Again. And let's take the show on the road, like I say. Okay, let me just click OK here. So is it good?
Yep. Yep.
Everything is good.
Perfect.
Is anything blocking the screen?
No,
I see
everything's
my name
fine.
at the top, so I
Yeah,
wonder.
everything
Okay.
is fine.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to creating basic H5Ps hands-on collaboratively, and that's with each other. And here's our agenda for today and this week. So, of course, we're going to introduce ourselves once again for anybody who's new and is joining us for the first time. And we welcome new participants such as Jen and anybody else that's new that's attending with us today. And I hope we're going to talk about the sandboxes, which you should already have to create your wonderful H5Ps. And activities for week 4. So there were tasks for the week. There was a digital badge, or there is a digital badge for week 4. We're going to ask for comments and reflections and H5P examples. And there's a bonus activity in week 4. It's not included in the badge requirements. Activities for week 5. So we're going to look at week 5, where there's just one activity and one video tutorial, the memory game, sorry. And we're going to look at the discussion forums, and there's a feedback form.
No, we have
I think
decided,
you
yeah,
forgot to take that. Yeah, no,
yeah,
we're not going to
yeah,
do the feedback form. We'll have feedback forums.
forums, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
Forums.
yeah,
Yes, forums. Okay. And then so they're just like reflective forums about the course and how
yeah.
you liked it. And then there are badges and certificates. You can edit your profile so that your name appears the way you want it to appear on your certificate of completion. This certificate of completion contains 15 hours of work. TESOL Ontario is recognizing 10, and the extra 5 are for the 5 live sessions that we had because we didn't offer any PD, but also we know it takes a lot longer than just 10 hours to complete the course fully.
Yeah, exactly.
So it goes for both. So
Okay,
this is
so,
Andrea, and
okay, I've
she's been
been,
teaching English for over 37 years. She is also a program and material developer at ICANNA. She's been a TESOL member for several years. In 2023, she participated as a presenter at ABLA 2023 conference. And it was a workshop on how to teach kids and adapt material in face-to-face and virtual environments. This is myself, Elizabeth Ayers Vieira. I have a BA in English linguistics and Portuguese language and culture, as well as a minor in French. I have the Ontario Certified English Language Teacher Certificate and the uh, ICTO certificate as well from TESOL, Ontario. I also have a TESOL certificate from the U of T and a PTCT and Learn IT to Teach Stage 3. I have taught ESL to adults for over 25 years, and I use Call, Tell, and Moodle to deliver my lessons. And I have taught ESL to foreign learners, and I have also taught ESL and Link for the last 25 years. And
uh,
this is our beautiful
yeah,
mentor.
okay, Nelly, who has taught EFL in K-12 and higher education for over 40 years, yeah, and has applied call since 1992. She is our mentor and support. She has founded online professional development programs on integrating technology model for teachers on a Moodle learning management system. She provides lots of free courses for educators on how to integrate emerging technologies and AI into their classes. She integrates learner autonomy, peer-based learning with mindfulness. She is faculty in an MSc program at the Democritus University of Thrace in Greece at a distance on a Moodle LMS. Thank you, Nelly, for being our mentor and support.
and for allowing us to use the integrating technology site as well as online courses for free to deliver our um, basic H5P course. Thank you so much. And of course, I hope you already have your online courses for free sandbox to create your H5P activities. And we gave, or you were to apply for this course in week 2. And we hope that you requested your course. So everybody who requested a course, I or Andrea have already authorized it. We authorize it right away. And as soon as we see it come in, because we subscribe to everything, and we see it coming through our email as well. So you'll need this to create your H5Ps during weeks 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the hands-on part, but of course, as you create, you'll also reflect and you show us how you create so we can help you out and see if you're getting stuck somewhere or need extra support. So the
And
following participants have sandboxes: Melinda, Negwe, Vitalia, Naima, Corinne, Malgorzata, and Jennifer. And the required tasks for week 4, which will end on Monday, March 3rd, is or are
well, they were.
were,
Yeah,
but are, I mean,
yeah,
a lot of our participants haven't completed it yet. And
yeah.
also we need to watch their videos and give feedback. So we're in the process of doing that. And we always give feedback on everything, and we'll be here for the next few weeks to do that. We'll give you till the end of March to complete the course for those of you that are a little behind, because we do want you to get all your badges and of course the final certificate.
Okay, and well, the
So,
required tasks for week 4 were focused on H5Ps with audio. So we
mhm.
have an audio repository database where we can share the resources, where we can find audio files for our activities. Then you have several video tutorials. The first one, a very important one, how to use Audacity, one kind of software we can use to record and create sound files, edit them, and then use them in our H5P creations. After
So I just
watching
want
and
to say,
reflecting on this, we can do the other tasks.
yes, that's very important. So this is a required task, and then all the other tasks will open as soon as you reply in that video tutorial on how to use Audacity. Um, we chose a video that was sent out by Learn IT to Teach, Paul Carter. He
Yep.
created this video, and I felt that he makes things very easy to follow. And it's really, really great. And you not only can you use it for the Avenue, but Audacity is a free program, and you can use it to record any of your sound files, as well as get, friends or family to record, and then you can take those recordings, put them together. It's an amazing program. It's so powerful. And put them into your, like, create little conversations. You can do a lot. And he really explains on how to make good quality sound files for your H5Ps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then all of the other ones open. So there's this week there's a dictation. So you could take the vocabulary from any theme that you've decided to do, or any topic, or and just put in the words, and then you can just say the words and the person has to spell them. It's, or sentences, it's up to you. Um, then there's dialogue cards where you could also use the same vocabulary and then just add the audio, or you could use the dialogue cards from week 3 and add audio,
And
just to make
finally,
life
the
easier.
single choice set, where you can, for example, um, add audio for the instructions to the single choice set activity. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So you can use, audio in so many different ways with H5P. And finally, there's a crossword where you can give the clues to the words in the crossword with audio. So,
Yes.
mm, in
And that's amazing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And not only audio, but you can include audio and you can include the pictures, images that you learned
Yes,
in week 3. So
exactly.
it's, as you could see, one thing builds on another. And that is what is awesome, because coming up in week 5, we added something where you can use the audio, the text, and the images all together. So we'd like to congratulate those of you that have received the stage 4 badge by Sunday night, and anybody who will receive it later on, congratulations. So far, nobody has the week 4 badge. Some people have week
Yeah.
3, week 2,
And
week
well,
1,
Melinda is saying in the
week 0.
chat that she was locked out until this morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, we decided to take all the restrictions, or let's say most of the restrictions away, so everybody can go at their own pace without having a restriction. But the only one for week 4 is the one on the video tutorial about Audacity, because
Mhm.
we think it's important to have a look at one software that we can use to edit audio files. However, there are lots of other software
Yeah. You could always.
applications, but well, this is a good one, a very popular one, and
Yes, because you
um,
can edit and take out
exactly,
any little thing. If you make a mistake, you don't have to take that piece of audio. You could just take any piece that you want and then save it as an MP3 file. So I feel that Paul Carter really does justice in that video and really explains really well. So what I've done is I've used that video that he's created and I've paused it and then practiced it with my
exactly.
own stuff. And I use a lot of my own voice for my students. And a lot of, like, I use almost everything with audio. I always have the, instructions in text and audio for my learners so they can see the text and see and hear. So it
And
gives
well,
them an extra
as Melinda
advantage.
said in her post and is sharing in the chat, sometimes there are restrictions at our own schools or with the devices we have to work with.
Right.
But well, maybe you use a different software. The idea was just to start discussing um, let's say, good software that we can use, that is not that
Mhm.
difficult to learn to use, to create our own audio files, to edit our audio files, and have
Mhm.
better
So maybe
H5P activity types.
I
Yeah.
was just thinking maybe Melinda can ask her school or her organization to add Audacity, because Audacity is free and it's a free program. So you can add it to the computer. You don't have to pay anything. And it's a lot better than voice recorder. When I started using voice recorder, but with voice
Yeah, she
recorder,
has a Chromebook. So maybe
you
there are
can't,
restrictions, yeah, with the Chromebook. Mm,
but
yeah.
maybe if she talks to the tech team, who install
Yeah.
programs, they can install it for her. I mean, that's what I had done on my work computers as
Yeah,
well. Just so I can
exactly.
go in and if there's an error in something, I can actually fix it, you know.
Okay.
And then let's
So I'm sure
continue.
everybody will get, yeah, this badge for enhancing, yeah, H5Ps with audio. But let's
Yes.
reflect and make some comments about week 4 activities, or would let's
Or
say,
week 1, week 2,
yeah,
week 3,
yeah,
any
could
week.
be
How do you
as
feel about
regards the creation of H5Ps, as
mhm,
regards, yeah, the attribution and
attribution and
licenses you
license,
used, or
the
any
feedback?
forum questions, yeah, that you want to make comments and make reflections about.
And maybe you still are not sure how to embed videos. We really, Andrea and I really like using YouTube because you can make them unlisted, so only people in the course can watch them, um, but not
And we
private,
embed
because
them
private nobody can. And
in
we
the
embed
forum
everything.
post. Yeah. So you don't need to
So
get out of the
Moodle.
Moodle, yeah, and you can just stay in. mm, Instead, if it's not embedded, yeah, another tab
Then we have to
opens, and
follow a
or
link.
you, yeah, or you, let's say, get out, then you have to get into the course again to keep working or watching other people's
Yeah.
videos or posts. Yeah.
So that makes it easier for everybody, so anybody can watch right on the Moodle, and that's what we really like. So it's possible to embed Vimeo and other platforms as well, but it's just a little different process. Maybe you could get AI to help you on how to do that, or Google or whatever, but it's really nice when things are embedded. Like we really like that. Makes life so much easier for everyone.
Okay, feel free
So,
to unmute yourselves, yeah, and we would like to hear, let's say, any comments, reflections you would like to share today. Any
so
comments?
just it doesn't have to be about week 4. It could
Yeah,
be
it
at
could
whatever
be
week
about
you're
week
at.
0 to
Um,
week 4. Yeah.
yeah, anything.
Just gonna get started. First of all, well, thank you for creating a space that we can make as many mistakes as we can without being judged. So I appreciate that very much.
Yeah,
Uh,
because by making mistakes, you learn. That's what we believe.
Exactly.
We're teachers. We really believe
yeah,
that if you make mistakes, you learn. If you don't make mistakes, then you know it. So,
just a general comment. What I don't like sometimes, ladies, please don't interrupt each other because on the other side, when we hear it, we cannot hear one or the other. So it's just
okay.
please, because the voices were on top of each other and it's hard to
Oh,
hear it.
sorry, sorry.
No, no, that's okay. It's just I know you want to tell us as much as possible, and I appreciate that, but it just sometimes it's hard to hear it. Another thing is, I think it's a great way of learning. I learned so much in a very short period of time how to do those H5Ps. I created so many of them. For me, the biggest struggle is to get organized and how to name them and make sure that this is the right one because it's very quickly they adding up and there's so many of them, those HIPs
Content
uh,
bank.
in your file. Yeah. So I have a little issue with that, what is the best practice, how to create them the best way, and how to keep them organized so we don't lose our mind in the end of the of this
Yeah.
creation, because sometimes you have to redo them more than once and then all of a sudden you don't want to delete it because maybe you'll get back to it, so sometimes I struggle with that.
Yeah, Margaret, I'm still struggling with that as well. So my my inventory of H5Ps on the Avenue is huge and it's spread out through several courses and I'm still struggling on how to consolidate everything. So it's if you find a best practice, that would be great.
Yeah.
I
Important.
mean, and then naming them, sometimes you name them something, but the content bank changes the name on you and it calls it whatever it is. And then, like course presentation and a number, and then you're like, oh my God, what does this belong to? And it's a struggle. And I don't know how to fix that, honestly. We struggle with that as well. So it's just, open it, see what's in it, try to rename it. What can I say?
Yeah, well, Melinda is sharing here in the chat that spreadsheets are awesome for organization. That's true. But I guess Margaret wants to point out that when you see all those H5Ps in the content bank, they look like a big mess when you have like hundreds, yeah, and naming them and trying to figure out how to organize them. um it's a bit it's a bit hard. I'm also struggling, yeah, to find
So
a right way.
I sorry. So I've found a little way. So I download the H5Ps that I create and I put them into folders by theme, by the link theme, so that I know what belongs to what. And then I try to do it by topic as well. But sometimes, you just download stuff and then you don't have time to put it into its respective place. But if you follow like a routine, I think it should be easier. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a struggle. And it's really weird because sometimes those content banks change the name on it. And then you're looking for something that you made, like, let's say, months ago, and then you can't find it because, the content bank has changed the name of it. It's not what you named it. And then you're like, oh my gosh, which one is it? So keeping them by downloading them to your machine is a great idea. That's what I do. And then if you have Lumi, the desktop app, you can actually view it on your desktop and you don't need the internet for that.
Jennifer is asking, why does the name get changed? If it's AI, I don't think so, Jen. But well, we don't really know why the name gets to be changed.
But we know it happens, and it
Yeah.
happens for me. It happens a lot on the platform, the LMS that I use with my real students, and I'm not sure. I have no idea why that happens, and I've tried to ask, but the answers I get, I don't think anyone knows really.
Yeah.
So. Now,
Okay.
attribution and licenses, there was a post in the forum in the course where somebody asked, how do you attribute yourself? So you attribute yourself by, like, if it's an audio that you've created, just put in your name, put in the year that you created it, or the month and date, whatever. It's your voice, it's your creation, it's your attribution, it's you, right? Then you can decide on the license, whether you want it to be share alike, non-commercial, whether you want it to be public domain. It's up to you. I know Melinda likes to use, share alike and sorry, no charge, no, like it can't be sold or whatever. And that's great. Like she likes to share everything she does, and that's wonderful. And I really believe in that, but I also believe that there comes a point where you got to start making money on something. And I'm glad that Lumi Education is going to start something like teachers pay teachers for H5Ps. That's wonderful. You can create stuff and actually sell it, making sure everything is public, like not public domain, but like in the end, copyright and made by yourself. That's the hard part.
Okay. As regards feedback in H5Ps, you know that we created some samples, okay, and in the course we have different modules for feedback. We would like to hear your comments about the samples we created for each of the weeks, because we can, let's say, improve them and make them better with the help of your feedback. So feel free to get into those sections of the course and tell us what you think, right?
And also, please bear in mind that I create for my teaching context. So I teach CLB 1 and 2, which is very low level. It's like an A1 in the Cepher. So everything I do, I'm going to create for my specific needs. And I hope you're doing the same for your specific needs. I know Melinda is. She's using this for her teacher's course. So of course, all of her creations are going to be geared towards the levels and whatever topics and themes she's teaching. And I think it's AI and how to use AI and so on. And all that is great. It's wonderful. And maybe this is just a thought. Melinda can create a course on teach everybody on how to use um, Excel or spreadsheets to store stuff because that looks very complicated. I'm not very familiar with spreadsheets, so it's not something I've learned. But it would be wonderful to learn. I mean, it would be a great PD course for us, you know. Just a thought. This is how this came about. I was taking
Yeah,
a course with Andrea and I came up with a thought. Andrea got together on it and we designed this creating basic H5P course. We
yeah.
started this 3 years ago.
And well, Melinda is making a comment on the chat. She says that she needs ideas for audio, though. They don't need it. You mean your students, Melinda?
Yeah, my students are the teachers,
Okay.
and
You can
they don't
use
really.
audio for the instructions to the activities you create for your teachers. Okay, you can use audio for the instructions, yeah, for
Like the
different,
dictation,
yeah, for example,
you could those words that you gave, you could just give them a dictation on those words, like oh my gosh, AI, oh my gosh, what was it? The AI harms
Yeah,
on how to
yeah,
spell them. So you could just give the dictation or you can give it in a sentence
yeah, yeah,
and then they have to type it out. I mean, just, you know, it's kind of a reinforcement on whatever they're learning or the
mm,
yeah.
vocabulary that you're focusing on, just ideas.
yeah,
I could do that, but we also have at our district read and write for Chrome, and it
uh-huh,
reads everything for you.
Yeah, that's true too,
yeah,
But yeah,
because it's
I
a
could
Chromebook.
create it for them so that they don't have to open up that extension.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Just like ways to use it interactively and then like, you know, they can test themselves instead of like going and have it read or printed out in words, like through a listening app or whatever, or an extension. They can do it themselves and see how much they've actually grasped or how much they can actually spell, or it's like a little game, right? After all, like H5Ps are like, I don't know, but for my lower levels, they love it. And they don't really know much about the extensions or digital literacy. They don't have much of that. So it kind of works out. 'Cause otherwise you can find the answers to everything, yeah.
Okay.
So if
Um,
you need help or support, we're here to help you. We'll even do a one-on-one if you need any more additional support or help. We can set up a Zoom or a Big Blue Button call and support you if you need that for the next few weeks. Um, yeah, so,
yeah, sure. Please
and then,
contact us and we can set up a one-to-one Zoom meeting or a Big Blue Button meeting to help you with a certain task you're dealing with.
you're stuck on.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
sometimes Andrea and I, we have to go through um, each of the video tutorials. So we watch your video tutorials and we have to provide feedback. And sometimes if it's good, we'll just provide, like, because we want you to get your badge ASAP, we just grade it. Everything that we grade is out of 100. I mean, if you did it and it's done, it's good enough, then it's 100, and then you get, you know, you get that green little dot and you get to move forward. I mean, you can move forward anyway because everything is just by date. Last year we had all the restrictions based on each activity for like each week. So you had to get all the badges, like each week's badge before you can move on to the next week. But we've removed all that this year because there are much less participants, and the participants for last year are waiting for the advanced H5Ps. So
Okay, Melinda, go ahead. You have a question.
Is this the last live meeting for this course?
yes, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice working with you ladies.
And it's nice working with you.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that AI stuff. I love it. I just did a couple of courses with Dr. Nelly on AI, and yeah, it's fascinating. But it's amazing what you could use, like how you could use it to enhance H5Ps, enhance like everything. And we want to include some of that in our advanced H5P course. So
Yeah, I'm going to I take every free AI course I find. I'll do Dr. Nelly's too. I just haven't done hers yet. I'm not going to start it until I have some time. I've got too many going right now.
Yeah.
yeah, the same here. Anything that's free, I'll take. Can't afford much, right?
Go ahead,
Okay.
Margaret.
I just want to thank you, ladies, for this course. It's fantastic. I learned a lot, and somebody just mentioned that it's getting easier and easier, and it really is. At first you just lost like a puppy, then it's getting a little easier. So I appreciate that. Also, I took a course how to use ChatGPT creating H5Ps. And it wasn't a course, it was just a webinar. So I tried to play with it a little bit. And some work quite well and the other not so much. But like creating a quiz especially on H5P using coding that is done by chat. So
Yes.
it's amazing. It's a
Yes,
little bit hard.
we're gonna include that, but
Yeah.
in a
Oh,
hands-on,
okay.
everything we do is a hands-on thing. So you'll get to do it and practice it and then get
Oh,
ideas from other
perfect.
participants. So that's something that we have planned for the advanced H5P. So yeah,
When
it's
do
very
you,
current. We don't know.
Elizabeth,
We
when
don't
do you
have a
plan?
date yet. We don't
You don't
have
have
a
a
date
date,
yet.
but it's
Mm.
this year, is it?
I
Um,
guess so. I guess so. Probably this year, Margaret. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, well, keep
we
us
hope so.
posted
I'm
because it's
I'm
fascinating.
I'm getting retired in a few weeks. I hope. So
Mhm.
I'm going to have a lot more time to work on these
Yes,
projects,
yes,
these wonderful projects of sharing and working
yes,
collaboratively with teachers from around the world. That's something I
yes.
really enjoy doing, and I will have plenty of time. So I
That's right.
I'm going to see with Elizabeth. We're going to see if we can launch this new course this year. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
by October, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
And
I
that
guess.
one will be a little longer. We're thinking of about 8 to 10 weeks, so that you have like a week of learning and then a week to practice because they're longer activities, right? But there will be no video tutorials in that one because you'll have these video tutorials, which are the building blocks of all H5Ps.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good planning. Thank you.
There was one more hand up. I saw the little message come.
I guess it was Jen, but no, not Jen. It was Melinda and Margaret, right?
Okay,
Okay, let's move
let's
forward.
go on. So in week 4, there is a bonus activity. It is bonus, and it's just to provide you with some extra practice. And you have created wonderful activities in week 2, which was just text. Remember that? Week 3, which was adding images, and then week 4, which was adding audio. Now, we'd like you to take those activities you created in week 2 and add some images and some audio to them to make them more interesting. So the same activities, just add images and audio. The same thing with week 3, add audio, add text if you didn't. So, there's so many ways you can use these. And that's what we're trying to demonstrate, that H5Ps can be molded to however you want to use them. It's just amazing. So go ahead and just duplicate your activity. Make a copy of the activity in the sandbox, in the content bank, sorry, and then just add audio to it, and then you can label it with audio or with images. So this is at the end of week 4, and it's just to give you, it's just a bonus.
Okay, Jennifer, go ahead. You have a question, I guess.
Thank you. I do have a question. So, I'm actually still in week 2, and
Yeah, that's fine.
so I'm listening to what you're saying, and I have a sense of how images and adding audio works. But what would you recommend as a library to go to see what others have created? Because sometimes you don't imagine that you could do something until you see somebody doing it. And I do have a teaching context that I'm working on. So, like, would it be in Lumi? Like, where do you?
You could use Lumi. You could also use, there's an Ontario free education resource for H5Ps. I can provide the link in on the course if you're looking for more samples. And there's also Tutela, because you're on Tutela, yes? So if you go into the H5P repository, you could get lots of ideas from there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Malinda, go ahead. You could probably have a comment or question.
Yeah, when you get to that section of the course, there's also part of the activity is looking to see at where you can find certain audio files or pictures and
Yes.
all that stuff. And we've listed a whole bunch of, we put links to a whole bunch of sites there that you could use
Yeah.
free stuff.
And you can add
Exactly.
your own. That's right. That's right. Yes. It's available there. So once you get there to week 3, you could see where you could find images, and many of the participants have provided sites that they use. And of course, you can add your own. And also remember, everybody has a phone with cameras nowadays, so you could also take your own pictures. There's nothing wrong with that.
And you can use, Jen, you can use the list of resources everybody shared in the tasks for week 3, images, and week 4, audio, the database, yeah? Lots of participants shared where they take pictures or audio from. And you can also click on the activities participants have created for this for all the week's tasks, and see how they created the activity. It's good to watch other participants tutorials, video tutorials, and what they encountered while creating their own activities. That's why we ask everybody to share the link to the activity in their sandbox so we can get in, have a look at it, play with it, and that way we can also learn, right?
Yes,
So feel
because
free
that's
to read other participants' posts, watch their videos, try their H5Ps, and reflect.
exactly. So that's why it's, collaboratively, because we learn from each other. And that is actually a teaching thing that Dr. Nelly used, which is collaborative learning as well as collaborative teaching. And we learn from each other. And, I and Andrea learned from you as well. So we share what we know, but we also learn from each and every one of you. And, sometimes, like we've known now that, the Black H5P is not working very well with the new version of Moodle, as well as with older versions. So, there's always the blue one. The blue one's going to be the dominating one. That's the one that's going to stay in the future as well. So maybe H5P is, phasing out the black one. We don't know. It was easier to use, but it's great to have the blue one. And there are many H5P examples. So if you see these little topic sections, they are available but not seen because we've put the examples for each one in week 2, week 3, week 2. We've inserted them into the section where you are, and it's like there has the video tutorial and then it has our sample. But you could also look at the other participants' examples and get ideas from there. And then you can go off to other websites like tutela.ca if you're in Canada, or you can go to Lumi Education and look at theirs, so the public content, or you can go to, there's many public H5P sites. I guess you could Google it and get, samples from there. So,
And in these three topic sections that we pointed out here, we have created forums for feedback on the H5Ps we created for each week. So feel free to post comments on our creations so we can learn how to improve them from
yes,
you, from your comments.
exactly. And, again, remembering that it's for your teaching context, it's also for our teaching context. So if I'm not teaching CLB 5, 6, 7, I'm not going to create for those levels. So just bear in mind that as well. So like we don't prescribe, like you do it for your teaching context, because really we want you to leave with H5Ps that you can use in your classroom this week, next week, tomorrow, whenever you're teaching that class. We want you to be able to use something that you've created, and then your students are going to be like, wow, oh, teacher, that's your voice. I'm like, yeah, that's my voice.
Yes.
It feels great. And then they know that you're taking that extra step to give them stuff that they want and need, you're catering to their needs, and the students love that.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And yeah, we look forward to your feedback, critical feedback. It's really helpful. And you know what this week is, right? Keep calm. And the countdown begins. 7 more days. There's just week 5, which starts on Monday. Here's an overview of week 5. So wrapping up and showcasing. The objective is to conclude the course with reflections and presentations on what you've created. So you begin the week by working on your final H5P, a memory game. So this is one of the more advanced H5Ps, but we feel that it's one of the easier ones. And we feel that with the tools you've learned and everything you've learned in week 2, 3, and 4, you can do this quickly and easily, and be proud of what you create. So a memory game creates a classic image pairing game with pictures, audio and images, or pictures and text, or pictures and audio, or of course images of the text as well as the audio. So you could pair it up any way you want. It's an amazing thing. It's great for learning new vocabulary. So we like this one, and I'm sure you've seen it elsewhere as well. Also, I just remembered there's one more site where you could get these exact examples, and that's h5p.org under their documents and samples. So each one of these, we have links to h5p.org on the course where you can look at those examples as well. So here you have https h5p.org memory game. You can go to that. And these slides are available in the course as well, where you can click on these links. So you can get your, you can get to those examples that way as well. So wrapping up and showcasing the activities is share your reflections on the use of interactive H5Ps in your teaching context through a forum, and showcase your H5P creations and the most and least useful activities you developed during the course. Okay, and gathering feedback and closure. So you're going to reflect and you're going to provide feedback in a forum post. And you're going to participate in a final discussion to reflect on your overall learning journey. your challenges, and your accomplishments. So focus on the negative and the positive and everything. Maybe there's just positives. Complete any outstanding tasks or activity. Ensure your course participation is comprehensive and complete. So as soon as you have all the badges for the 6 weeks, right? Week 0, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, you get your beautiful certificate, and that would be great. So week 5 is just 4 things. So just a video tutorial on how you added and created the memory game. And then week 5, share your reflections on the use of H5Ps in your teaching context. Showcase your H5P creations. Reflect on your overall learning journey, challenges, and accomplishments. That's it. That's week 5. And it starts on Monday, March 3rd. So it'll open on Monday, March 3rd. And what have we done during this course?
Well, we have started week 0 talking about netiquette. Then we went into talking about different CC licenses to attribute our work and the work of others. Let's move forward to the next slide, please. Then we also talked about H5P activity types. We have said that there are lots and lots, but we focused on the ones we consider basic, like the basic steps towards learning to create more advanced H5P activities. Let's move forward. Next slide. In week 2, we talked and learned and worked and created text-based H5P activity types, the true-false question, the multiple choice, fill in the blanks, track the words, mark the words, everything with text. Next slide. In week 3, we focused on H5P activities with images. So we worked and created wonderful activities called flashcards, dialogue cards, and the question set.
Or the
Next
quiz.
slide. Yeah.
Oops. I clicked on something, so.
Yeah, I guess you clicked on the link.
Yeah, well, the link, these are all linked to the
Yeah.
h5p.org site where the examples are.
Good. Okay, and in week 4, we focused on H5P activity types with audio. We work with dictation, dialogue cards with audio, single choice set with audio, and crossword, crossword with audio. Excellent.
So with audio, this is amazing for these for those AI harms. You could just have the audio and the definition in audio, and the person has to write in the word. I think it works. It's just different ways to do things. So the H5P, most of you have been working on is the blue one, because we are having issues with the H5P black one. So just use the blue one.
And
It works.
one little tip, Liz. Some of you have realized that if we click on that star, we make the activity chooser our favorite. So it will show up in our starred activities in Moodle. You can
That's
do
right.
that not just with H5P icons, but with any Moodle activity or resource. You can start the activity on Moodle, or the resource on Moodle, and it will appear in a special tab for all the starred activities or resources.
That's right. So I have that too, starred. I like it that way, especially on the LMS that I use every day. So it works. And H5Ps with Lumi Education, so you can use them online or you can use them offline with Lumi app. We strongly suggest you download the Lumi app while it's still free, because I'm not sure where Lumi is going, but maybe in the future it will be paid, and then, but at least you can work with it, and most activity types are in that free online app. Now, the screen recorders, it's up to you. It's your choice. You choose what screen recorder you want. I have TechSmith screen capture, which I paid for.
Yeah, I
And I
use
use that.
ScreenPal. Mm,
And Andrea uses ScreenPal, and some of you might want to use other screen recorders of your choice or anything that came with your devices. There are many out there. It's up to you which one you use. I have played with a few others. You could also use, I don't see Canva on here, but Canva also has a screen recorder now.
yeah,
You might want to try that.
yeah,
So there are
Vimeo,
many, many, many.
Screencastify. Yeah,
Yeah, we've just listed a few, but it ultimately it's up to you, what you choose. Okay, so just choose something you're comfortable with and you enjoy using, and record your screens that way. Okay,
yeah.
we know that, teachers don't have money to buy stuff, so use whatever is free. Don't worry about the quality because we're not worried either. Okay. And of course, the platforms, we're biased. We really like YouTube. We upload to YouTube, but you could use any of the other ones as well. I know some people like Vimeo and others like their Google Drive, but please, please, please make sure you embed your videos, because it makes life so much easier for everyone just to watch your video right on the Moodle and not have to follow a link and go to another site. Also, make sure that everything turns green, and then you know that you've completed that task. So we're here where it says the required task, it tells you what to do. So start a discussion 1, post a reply 1, to do receive a grade, receive a passing grade. Of
And
course, all
one
grades are
comment,
passing, so
one comment. Yeah, as you know, we are also teachers, and we might be busy with our work and life. So perhaps we don't give you a grade right away, but keep moving, keep working on the following tasks. Okay. We know that you would like to have all this green, but sometimes we are busy, and we would like to answer as soon as possible, of course. Melinda raised her hand. Go ahead, Melinda.
Yeah, I think you fixed it already, but I was having trouble because I would finish an activity and I wouldn't be able to go on because of the receive a grade and receive a
Yeah,
passing
we
grade.
fixed the restrictions. Yeah, we opened the
yeah.
restrictions just by date now.
Yeah.
Did you check week 5 too?
Yes, so week 5 is all open. It's just gonna open on Monday.
Yeah.
It's just to
Okay.
make our life a little bit easier as well, because we do have to watch all the videos from week 4, and we have to go back and watch videos whatever week people are in, because people started at different times, the course, so that's fine. So just like bear with us, because we do have a life. Like, I have a family, I have a child, I have a teenager,
Yeah.
I have real work and tons of work there, and PBLA and all that. So, I mean, those of you that are busy teachers really understand as well. So just keep moving. Don't worry about that. We will get to it as soon as we can. Okay, we
Okay,
promise.
Liz.
You'll all have your badges, and if you don't,
Yeah.
send us a message and we'll tell you why you don't have all your badges and why you couldn't get your certificate. Because sometimes it's just a little thing that's missing. So we noticed that in week 0, only about 4 people have their badges because they haven't read the book of the entire, like the oh
The
gosh,
detailed overview.
yeah, the detailed overview of the course. And I put
Now,
in a
Liz,
shortcut on how to do that so you don't have to read everything.
Liz,
Mhm.
Melinda has a question. She wrote that question in the chat. She's asking how long we will have access to our sandbox.
Until you finish the course, and then I strongly suggest you can download it and maybe upload it to Moody.
Exactly. That's a good
You know,
piece of advice.
that's
Yeah.
that's the only
Download your
advice I can give.
H5P creations.
So Moody is a free platform, a Moodle platform for teachers, and you can have up to, I don't know, I think 1 GB of space. So if you download that course, it shouldn't be that big, and you can put it on there and then access your H5Ps
So
from
they can
there.
have the choice of making a backup, downloading the backup of their sandbox, or if they want just to download their H5P creations, they can download each of them to their laptops or
Device.
device. But if they really want to back up their sandbox and then upload it in Moody, yeah, you are free
Mhm.
to go. We recommend doing this as soon as the course finishes.
Yeah, as soon as you have your
Because we
badges and
don't really
everything.
know how long Nelly will keep the sandboxes open.
Yeah, we have no control over that.
Yep.
So when she decides to take them away, they're gone. And I'm sure some of you that have done Moodle for Teachers and other courses with her realize that really quickly, but she does show how to back up and restore courses, and that's something that we feel is very, very important, especially when you've put a lot of work into it, not just on this site, but any site. As we know, sometimes sites are funded by the government, and the government takes away funding, and then your stuff is gone, or whatever stuff you're used to is
Yep.
gone, and then that's it. You no longer have access to it. So really, really backing up is very, very important.
Okay, let's move forward. Once you
So
once you finish the course, if you complete with all the required tasks, you will get a certificate of completion. But do you want your certificate like this? Look, my name's Andrea, but look at my name on the certificate. No way, I don't want that. That's not my real name. So what
and
should
all
I do?
lowercase.
I should
Sorry.
edit my profile.
Mhm.
Let's go to the next slide.
And also, just look at her name, all lowercase. I
Yeah,
mean, it shouldn't be all uppercase either, but at least the first letter should be a capital. The last name should be your real professional name, so you could actually send this to your professional organization like Tesla Ontario and get your hours, because, they are recognizing it for 10 PD hours. Although I would love him to recognize it for 15 hours, because we do believe that's the minimum amount of time that people spend on putting together their H5Ps. But anyway, we'll save that for another day. Let's continue.
so very important, people. If you really want your certificate to look professional, you need to go into your profile, edit your profile, look at the different boxes for first name, last name. Remember capital letter for each of them. Let's say in my case, capital letter A for Andrea and for my last name, Arfini. Okay, so this is really important because if you don't edit your profile, you will get the certificate, with the name that is shown on the course, and um, we won't have the chance to change it. I mean, you have to go edit your profile the way you want the certificate to show your name, right? How do you get to edit your profile? Remember, on the top right corner of the course, you will have a drop down menu next to your image. Okay, then you scroll up to profile, you click there, and you will get the name and a blue strip saying edit profile. You click there and you get to see the general information for first name, last name, email address, etc. Then you have also the country and the time zone you live in and some other entries. The most important at this point is first name and last name. So you will get the certificate the way you want it to be. Okay.
These are the digital badges we offer in week 0, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. These digital badges were designed by us, both of us together on Canva. We really use Canva a lot. We hope you like them. And if you don't like these badges, maybe we can have different ones for next year. Or we'll
Suggestions
just
welcome.
change the year. Yeah, well, suggestions are welcome, exactly. And also we could just change the year and use the same ones. I mean, whatever. It is a free course after all. Okay, let's continue. This is your beautiful certificate. It will have your name, your professional name, and you can feel very proud to send it to your professional organization if they audit you for hours. And it, again, TESOL Ontario is recognizing it for 10 PD hours. So I believe that's all you need for the year. So that's great. And let's continue. Here are the required tasks for week 5. I believe this is the second time, yeah?
Yeah, it's
So
just a reminder that you have
yeah,
only one video tutorial, then to reflect on the use of H5Ps in your teaching context and showcasing your creations, and a final reflection on your learning journey, the challenges and accomplishments you have gone through during the course. Jenny's asking if we have until March 9th to finish the course and get everything marked. And we can say that, Jennifer, we are going to allow everybody to finish by the end of March, okay?
so
Originally,
March
we thought that
31st.
was, March 9th, the deadline, but and then we realized that we're all working people because we join a bit later, and we will keep the course open and monitoring your work until the end of March.
Yes, because we won't have live sessions or anything, so it's much easier for Andrea and I to also, like, if you need a live session or you need our help, please don't hesitate. Ask in the support forum. We can set something up and you can come and join us. And we can help you one-on-one, or if more than one person is having issues, we can help you with that. We're here to support you. We really believe in moving people forward and in making life easier for everyone. And we really believe in learning together, learning from and with each other. These are the Q&A now, so we are going to take the Q&A and hopefully we'll be able to speak with you. And we're going to stop the recording here so that you can feel free to ask questions, make comments, and without it being recorded. Andrea?
Okay, let me stop the recording.